She used to be an actress.
Oh, really? Did she do anything out of scene?
And I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
Pilot? What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV?
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the way they pick TV shows is they make one show. That show's called a pilot. Then they show that one show to the people who pick shows. And on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get chosen and become television programs. Some don't, become nothing. She starred in one of the ones that became nothing.
Welcome to Couch Pilots. All of you are my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots of the past. You can call me Jam tomorrow, and with me as always is Captain Philip Resisher, and you can call him Jam yesterday, but never Jam today.
What? What the hell just happened? I have no idea what you just said.
We're doing the Carol Channing. Did you know that?
Yeah, I gathered that. Read it again. I don't understand what you said. Start with what you call yourself.
You can call me Jam tomorrow, and with me is Captain Philip Resisher. You can call him Jam yesterday, but never Jam today.
The rule is jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never jam today.
How the fuck am I
It
supposed
must come sometimes to jam today.
No, it can't. It's jam every other day. Today isn't any other day, you know.
I hate this, by the way. I don't know what this is. I've got
from?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out. You know how we're gonna find out?
How?
You remember Carol Channing?
Yeah, she has a huge mouth and a weird voice.
She's got one of those mouths where you don't want it anywhere near your penis because it's gonna dwarf
chomp it off. Yeah.
It's gonna dwarf.
She has I think she has too many teeth. I'm pretty sure she has too many teeth. That's what I'm
like a shark. She's got rows. I would say that we're going to. She's dead. She just died recently.
Oh, really? She just died recently?
She just
R.I.P.
Like in her 90s. So she lasted for a while.
Oh yeah, sure.
We're gonna try to summon Carol Channing. So I have questions for her. Like when you said, "What's that from?" I don't know what that's from. I don't know what that song's about. I don't know the context for it. I know it exists.
Well, then how'd you find it? You just Googled Carol Channing?
Yeah, I just Googled Carol Channing. That's the first thing that came up.
God damn it!
What?
Huh?
Goddamn what?
I understand. You did an inside joke for two people, and there's 55 people that listen to the show.
Maybe it was a poor choice for the opening. What would you have done? Because I'm trying to incorporate them into the show we're watching.
No, it makes sense what you're trying to do, but I don't know anything about. Actually, if you look at red question number 1, who is she and how did she get her own show?
Oh, you've never heard of Carol Channing before this?
No, I didn't know what her name was.
Okay. But she's got...
At first, I thought it was the Lamb Chop lady. Is it the Lamb Chop lady?
That's Sherry Lewis, and I feel like they always get confused, and I've done it myself.
Okay, well, then I don't feel so bad now.
No, Sherry Lewis with the Lamb Chop and all the different the puppets and what have you.
Sure.
She's a dead lady, too.
It seemed like the same person.
It does seem very similar. I totally agree.
Okay, well...
I totally agree.
Hey, you know what? We're 1 for 1, because usually we start off not agreeing on something.
Well, what's something that you think that I can disagree with?
Well, you can disagree with anything you want to disagree with.
I don't think so.
Let's talk about Mountain Dew and the band Tool. No? All right, let's summon. You want to summon? I'll turn the lights down in the cockpit.
No, we're not doing that right now. We're going to do it later.
Oh.
We have to have a guest. We have a guest today, and we're going to bring him on first.
You'd think this is the first time you ever did a podcast before.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What am I doing?
I thought the bit was... He didn't say anything, and then we summoned her. You didn't say we're all 3 going to summon her. I've never summoned somebody with 3 people. I've always summoned with 2.
Let's get our intro music going. Welcome back to the show, Dustin.
What's up?
Dustin, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Happy to fly the friendly skies with you.
I don't.
Gentlemen.
You know what? To be honest with you, if you listened last week, you're not going to be happy flying the friendly skies.
Blake is done. I was going to murder him on the 200th episode, but I don't think we're going to last that long.
I don't think it was me that was done. I get my vibe. I told you last week. I get my vibe off you, and your vibe is just like
It's the
mellow.
Little Caesars fault.
I think it's the fact that he like listens to Tool and has a life now. He's not in disarray. He's not in turmoil. He's not in pain, and so we'll never have good quality if he's not in pain.
Did you guys have some Tool talk?
Not much. He took it.
You talking Tool to me?
Tool talk? Yeah. What's your favorite Tool album?
There's more than one.
Yeah. There's been at least 4 in the past
30
15
years. Yes. My favorite Tool album? Maybe I don't know. Probably Anima.
Yep. That's the right answer.
Probably
Yeah, my
Anima.
favorite band, my favorite album from my favorite band is something you stick up your butt.
Well,
It's just noise. It's
the
just
dildo
noise.
fits.
I don't think you stick an enema up your butt. I think enema is the process of cleaning out your butt.
No, that's what it is. That's the thing you stick up your butt. Is the enema?
It's called the enema.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blake, I mean, this is a band that has a single called Stink Fist.
Mm-hmm. Now is that anal fisting? You think?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Fissure, anal fissure.
Anal fissure. Well, sometimes you go in the front hole and it stinks too. In some cases.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the forbidden hello.
Is that appealing to you at all?
No,
A fist in the ass?
No, not a fist. I'll take a finger or two, but not a fist.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
oh, I didn't mean for you.
Oh,
But you were
How about you turning someone into a puppet?
I'm completely off kilter. What's going on here?
But you're okay with a finger.
Yeah,
I don't.
it surprises you.
Do you
There's a guy in the bowling league. Every time he gets a strike, he goes whoops. It fucking drives me crazy.
Why does he? It's not a whoops. It's a awesome, right?
Well, it's basically saying, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen."
False modesty.
Yeah.
that's true.
Remember when we watched
His nickname's
Fal-
Catfish too.
You remember when we watched False Modesty Blaze?
Yeah,
Dustin, I think, was there for that episode.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah.
That was 3-4 years ago.
something like that.
Many pilots ago.
Dustin, you have not flown in a long, long time.
Yeah, I had to take some Bactine or something like that.
I think that's for your breath, isn't it?
And I think it's what you dump on an open wound.
Yeah, both of those things. It's got multiple uses.
It's like peroxide.
You have a wound in your mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, probably for watching the Carol Channing show.
With her extra teeth.
Oh, you heard that?
It's like Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah,
Like-
something like that.
yeah.
Her incisors
Yeah,
are
they're
extra
ex-
sizey.
extra sizey incisors.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we watch pilots, I think, would I have sex with the girl that's on the screen right now?
Sure, yeah.
And if she's just sitting there smiling, I probably could do it. But then when she opens her mouth and talks, it just can't happen, right?
Yeah. Is it because the mouth is too big, or you don't like the voice?
I'm
Hey. Oh, wait, I forgot I don't use that
I was gonna say you don't go by that moniker at all.
I think it's the mouth's too big. It would make my penis look even smaller than it is.
That's what I'm
so,
saying.
Yeah.
You want small hands, small mouth. You're talking about
That's why you date
Bernadette
Asian girls.
Peters.
Yeah.
Fuck it, Bernadette. Yeah. I don't know. Let's
Star of Heartbeeps.
It's
Bernadette Peters.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's not about us right now. It's about Dustin.
No, it's not.
Oh
Dustin-
yeah. Dustin,
Oh, wait,
are
what?
you attracted to Cheryl Canning?
Well,
I'd have to take a hard pass. I mean, she just departed at the almost triple-digit mark of 98.
Holy smokes!
98.
who wants to be 98 years old?
Not me.
I don't want to be 98 years old.
Unless I can still carry on with the lifestyle that I'm living.
Carry on my lifestyle, son.
Kansas.
As long as I don't poop my pants. Thank you.
Very good.
Did you have fun at the WrestleMania party?
Oh, it was a blast.
Yeah.
It was like the best 10 hours of the year so far.
My favorite part of the WrestleMania party was when the bell rang.
You know what?
That's right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I can do that too.
So you enjoyed it 12 times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The main event is a lady.
Three
It's
of
three
them.
ladies.
It's a triple threat three-way.
Who is
ladies.
it? It's Ronda Rousey. It has to
well,
be, right?
yeah.
it's not. It
was.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
And then what else
So
was it?
shall it be?
Yeah, and Becky Lynch won the Raw Women's Championship.
Yep.
And Charlotte Flair gets to walk away and still being the SmackDown champion. And
And having non-wonkified boobs.
I miss those wonkers.
She got them fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, and then some.
Yeah, she had them fixed in addition. To me, okay, go ahead and pay to have them fixed. But the rest of the money, instead of getting them bigger, get some hips or some butt.
Yeah, she's got no curves.
I heard
You're-
she's. Who did I hear she's dating? God, what?
Ben Kingsley?
No, it's
Sir.
Gandhi,
Sir
yes,
Ben,
Sir.
yeah, it's a wrestler guy
Sir
that I
Ben?
didn't think she would be dating.
Ben
It-
Kingsley's
that's-
not a wrestler.
I digress.
Yeah, they got that country song "Body Like a Back Road." That was not written about Charlotte Flair.
No, there's no back road. It's like an alleyway.
Well, let me ask you this: would you rather have? Do you miss the days of yore where the ladies of wrestling were just sexy pieces of eye candy, and they had all the physical enhancements, but their wrestling was bad?
No,
or do you prefer it today?
I like the good
This
wrestling.
is much better.
but they're still doing things to their body. Don't you think they should just like on their own wrestling volition?
Asuka, that's her own wrestling accord. She has a booty. She throws it out there.
She also doesn't know how to wear underwear.
I like that. She
Was
doesn't
it?
know how to
She
wear
go to
them.
Camel Town or
She
what?
wears them on the outside of her pants.
Okay.
She doesn't understand how they work.
We
in
don't
America.
need to be concerned with other cultures. It doesn't matter. What they do is what they do. We just need to absorb it.
Yeah.
You know who would have been great at a WrestleMania
absorbing
main
it?
event? What? Carol Channing.
Oh, you think so? Are
Yeah.
you trying to bring it back?
It's like
It would have been
a guest commentator.
the Jam Tomorrow, Jam Yesterday
Let's talk about that.
main event.
So
I don't know if Dustin knows about that. I think we should. We might want to save some questions for Carol Channing, or do you?
no, I agree.
I didn't do
Okay.
tons of research. I have a passing knowledge and appreciation.
You have a passing knowledge about everything in the world.
That's fair. But yeah, like, we've referenced her on one of my 18 podcasts at one time or another, and
You're are you like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing, or are you a master of something?
debating.
You're a master debate. Oh, I see. You got me to say it, you asshole.
April Fools.
I love to jack off as well. Do we have any fan feedback you'd want to go through today?
We just got some bad feedback, but
Yeah, let's absorb that real quick.
a gentleman named Jim who received a donation in his name.
Okay.
He commented just now on our Patreon. It says, "Are there rewards other than podcasts? Because that is a Brian Hackett in of itself."
I'm not sure what that means,
I don't know. It's probably a guy. Who
but I agree with him.
sure, I agree with him too.
It's a 7, man.
What's a 7?
You guys
it-
are a 7.
Oh,
is
that's
he
nice.
saying the podcast is a 7?
I think
or
so.
podcasting as an entity is a 7. Like
Carol Channing is a 7.
Maybe he was forced to listen to the show. Maybe someone forced him to listen.
you know
to the
what? I
program.
wish more people would force other people to listen to the show.
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind a society where people were mandated to listen to our program.
I think it'd be great.
Would I like it if they took joy in it? Sure, but at the base level, I want people to be forced to listen to our
You
show.
should become a YouTube ad.
We should do 15-second episodes, and then we could go on YouTube and be those forced commercials.
show sucked. Give it a 2.
Yeah.
Couch
and
Pilots.
that's it. Yeah, Couch
Yeah.
Pilots.
The end.
The end. You talked earlier about summoning. Is that how you say it? Summoning
Yeah.
or summoning? This Carol, she just recently died. Like in the past, 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that now?
I don't. I at this point, I don't care what we do.
You don't care?
Here's the thing. I'm not sure how airtime law works.
We're Sky Cops.
Yeah, so that's why I figure, is it better and more legal to contact the dead while in the air or before you depart?
Ooh,
Well,
yeah.
it depends.
We're closer to heaven. I mean, we're assuming. Here's the thing.
That's
Right.
he's exactly right.
We're assuming that she's in heaven.
Yeah.
So then it would be easier to do it while we were in the air. But
makes sense.
if she went to hell,
Yeah.
doing it,
Which it sounds like that's where you are assuming she is.
that's why? No, I don't think she was a
okay.
bad
Do
person.
you think she is in heaven or hell?
She did a lot of Broadway and stuff.
Oh, then she's in heaven.
She's in heaven.
Yeah,
she's
fucking-
in heaven.
yeah.
Then. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take.
Did
to
she
the
munch
skies.
on beaver nuggets or
No.
beaver nuggets? I've never heard it called that.
Yeah, you can get that in a Happy Meal now.
Yeah. Do we know if she was married?
She
or-
had several husbands.
really.
Not at the same time.
Oh, I don't know
Oh.
now. Is she in heaven or hell?
Depends on if
Well, I've had several
she's
wives, so-
Catholic or something.
I want to say she's in heaven.
Remember, Dustin.
Unlike Eric Clapton's son,
Oh, jeez.
Carol Channing is in heaven.
She didn't fall out a window because of negligent
She was
parenting.
pushed.
A window of negligence.
She was pushed.
So you think the boy is in hell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's responsible for that song. I mean, you tell me.
Right. Because God's like, I think your dad's just a little too cocky about the fact that you're in heaven.
He took George Harrison's wife. You don't fuck with the Beatles,
Yep.
man.
And then he
Yeah,
just
that's true.
he summoned him to hell.
Ugh.
What was
That's
that
on
kid's
you,
name? Anybody
Patty
know?
Boyd. That was his lady.
Who was it? Patty.
Patty Boyd.
That's a dumb name.
Remember Oil Can Boyd? Played for the Red Sox?
I do.
Jason? You didn't say I do. We're not baseball
Are we
married.
gonna talk about old forgotten 1980s baseball
He was on
players?
coke, right? He was on cocaine,
Oil
right?
Can Boyd.
I don't know. I don't know these references.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to
How
be
about
adjacent
Tim
to them.
Tuffle
Oh, yeah, Tim Tuffle.
Yeah.
My favorite was Glenn Hubbard. There's nothing better than
from the Braves?
Yeah, the Glenn Hubbard baseball card where he has a snake around his neck. Like, why would you have a snake
I've seen that.
at a baseball stadium, and why would a baseball player have it around his neck?
Nothing beats Pete Lecoq and Rusty Kuntz, though.
Those are real names.
Those are real players.
Pete
yes.
Lecoq.
Yeah.
Hey, Rusty Cunt, we've all been there, right?
We've all had a rusty beaver nugget in our day. I think. Dustin, you signed
A waiver?
to be here today.
Yeah. I have foregone my frequent flyer points to sit here again.
When you sign the waiver, there are certain
Inalienable rights.
and liberties. Yeah, both of those things. I think that we can. I don't want to say exploit.
I can still drink in the cabin,
Oh,
right?
I hope.
Oh,
I hope that you. I think it'll make things a lot easier here.
I mean, some things haven't changed.
It's the only way to get through.
But as we venture towards heaven and closer to Carol Channing's final resting place, we are going to try to summon Carol Channing so we can have a quick conversation with her today. Maybe about the pilot, maybe just about questions we have for Carol in general. It sounds like both Philip Ressisher and I both have questions.
I could probably come up with some questions too. I mean, this is kind of being sprung on me, but you know, I could think of some stuff to ask her too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you may want to put a pin in that because we're going to all cards on the table and waiver signed. We're going to use you as a vessel to harbor her harbinger.
Harbinger of Carol.
The ICC newspaper?
That's exactly right. Let's go ahead and start our seance music and let's dim the lights
Okay.
and we will chant our phrase.
Does this cost extra?
No.
For you? Like frequent flyer points? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, this is included in
Yeah,
this
this
trip.
is included in the package.
Well, because this hasn't happened on any of the other flights. I didn't know if this was a
this flight may be
special
rough.
thing. Yeah.
So we'll start the summoning music and let's all of us join hands.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
Ooh,
Phil.
a little callousy there.
Give me your hands. Touch Dustin's hand. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Mecca like a high, Mecca hiney ho.
Mecca like a high, Mecca hiney ho.
Mecca like a high, Mecca chani ho.
Mecca like a high, Mecca Chinese ho.
Carol Channing, the recently departed, we know that you're out there. We know that you're looking over us. Won't you please join us in the cockpit this evening? We would love to contact you, speak to you about your failed pilot from the 1960s. Carol, give us a sign that you're with us.
Mecca lecca hi, Mecca
Oh, jeez.
Johnny ho.
Oh my God.
Hello, young man.
Carol, is that you?
Oh my God.
Hello, Dolly. This is definitely Carol Channing.
Carol Channing.
Who else would it? Do you know Eric Clapton's son is?
Yeah, let's.
Jim.
We have some questions for you, Carol. Is that okay?
Of course, young man.
Blake, what's your question about
First-
Eric Clapton?
No, I'll wait till the end for that one. First question.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. That's not a question; it's a statement. First question: did you and Desi Arnaz ever have sexual relations?
Well, that is an interesting question, which I'm allowed to say because it hasn't been said. I listened to your show.
I knew you were a fan.
Well, when I heard you were going to do my pilot, the Carol Channing show,
We announced it in the last episode that was terrible.
of course, I was open for communication.
Oh, okay.
But Desi was a gentleman, and he was in love with Lucy.
He was.
It was professional.
He had great hair though, right? He had
And those bongo drums of his. Boom, baba, boom, baba,
Yeah.
boom.
So, what made you decide to become an actress?
I always liked an audience. I like to perform and sing and dance and jam tomorrow, jam yesterday.
So you were because you weren't just an actress. You were a singer. You were a dancer. You kind of had this spectrum.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Triple threat. What you just sang jam tomorrow, jam today. What is that from? What does that mean?
That is from a made-for-TV miniseries that I did in the 80s called Alice in Wonderland.
Sure.
And they made me play the White Queen.
Okay.
And I jammed tomorrow, and I jammed yesterday, but
Now-
he never jammed today.
Now, was that from the original Alice in Wonderland book, or was that something you kind of ad-libbed?
Well, when you have Carol Channing on a show, you have to sing and dance. And
But was that made special for that show though?
Yes.
Okay, because I had never. I had no context for it. I know it exists, but I don't know what it means.
I don't believe that was in the book.
Now,
No.
Carol, now that we've summoned you and when we're communicating with you, is it necessary to have like the summoning music behind us as we're having a conversation?
Yeah, is it necessary?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Wait, what
That-
just happened?
That's much better.
We stopped.
Where I lost the last 5 minutes.
See, I knew we should have had the incantation music. We lost her.
Well, you can go start it back up if you want. I didn't know that. It's not. It's like the first time I've ever summoned anybody.
Wait, I'm back.
Oh God! Thank God! Thank God!
Hold on, I'm gonna get the music just in case.
We don't want you cutting in and out. Dustin, what are you drinking tonight?
Who's Dustin?
Oh, sorry. I thought we had. God damn it! I thought we had.
Oh, I do have a drink in my hand though. I'm Dumbo.
This is the wrong music. I'm sorry. Hold on.
All right, no more music. We were going to get Carol. Carol.
Hey, young man, why don't you cut a rug with me and dance?
I'm not really the dancing kind. You just recently passed away. Wow.
I did?
What you did? You recently passed away.
I forgot.
Like within the last 3 months. Did you live a fulfilled life?
Well, I was 98 years old, so I would say I did a pretty decent job of living. I had 4 husbands, God
Holy
bless
cow!
Wow.
all of them. 2 of them died before I did.
Are they in heaven with you?
We had a 3-way last night.
And boy, are my arms tired. That's because
You think
she was jerking them both off at the same time.
The ski poles?
Do you have any questions for Carol?
Yeah. How?
Ask away, young man.
Being an actress, I was just wondering where you get your ideas from.
Alcohol and music.
Okay, that's it.
So you were known to like the alcohols or
Oh yeah, were you popping pills?
Oh, we were popping everything. Oh, back in the day, I hung out with Judy Garland, and she always had good
uppers,
stuff.
downers?
Yeah.
Stabilizers.
One of the questions I had that I wanted to get into before we started to rate this show. Because
Hello, Dolly.
I like her singing.
whose?
Carol Channing.
Do you think Carol Channing ever covered a Tool song?
What is it? What is up with that? What are you doing? Why are you hitting me so hard with that?
I'm disappointed in you.
Knuckle deep inside the borderline. This may hurt a little, but it's something you'll get used to. Finger
that's a Tool
deep
song.
within the borderline.
That's really good, Carol. Thank you.
That's called Stinkfist. My second husband did that to me.
Oh.
Oh, good God!
Right
I guess
on.
you got to get freaky. I think as time goes on.
It's the afterlife. Whatever you got to lose.
Right. My main question I had earlier was, who are you, and how did you get your own show? How did you possibly get your own show?
Well, my name is Carol Channing, as you well know,
Yeah.
you brought me here.
We said your name to get you here.
We summoned.
Yes.
We held
Yes,
hands.
you did.
We held hands.
Did
with
we need that music back?
So my name is Carol Channing,
Right.
and I'm a comedian, actress, dancer, musician, and just a lady who likes to laugh and be silly.
And they'll give anyone a show that meets those requirements.
Well, it was a different time.
Okay.
I
Now-
knew the right people.
Now, did you make your own puppet, Lamb Chop, or did somebody else make it for
Oh,
you?
good question.
Oh, lamb chop. Lamb chop tomorrow, lamb chop yesterday, but never lamb chop today.
Sure.
Hush Puppy and Charlie Horse, all fantastic puppets, but I had nothing to do with them.
Wow, it's amazing you know all those names of those puppets. Carol, thank you very much. I hope we weren't taking very much of your time.
Yeah, what were you doing in heaven?
I oddly enough, singing Tool songs.
Okay, very good.
Karaoke, right?
Karaoke Biggie
Oh, great show.
is another favorite
Yeah.
of mine. Maybe someone could sing one of my songs on there. Maybe a little Jam Tomorrow, Jam Yesterday.
That's a song? I thought it was just a saying.
Oh, no, it's a song. I thought you guys played it.
We played it earlier.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how that ties into Alice in Wonderland, but it's not
I
for
was
me to
the
understand.
White Queen, and Alice wanted to jam, and you never jammed today.
All right, that's
If
fair.
I can leave you young men with one piece of advice, never jam today.
All right, well, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe,
Yes.
maybe we'll summon you tomorrow. How about that?
I got nothing better going on.
Free beer tomorrow. That's what that saying reminds me of.
Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Goodbye, young man.
We've summoned people before, right?
How do I get back?
Oh,
Why am I turning into Gilbert Gottfried?
should we summon Gilbert Godfrey?
Well, the thing is,
No, I don't think we should.
No, he's still alive. You can't summon someone who's alive.
I saw him at the jukebox.
Yeah.
He's tiny.
Oh yeah, he's a little man.
He's like a little Q-tip walking
little
around.
Jew man. His shirts are always too big for him.
You big fan of A Tribe Called Quest?
Q-tip? I love Q-tip. Yeah.
Whenever I put a Q-tip in my ear, I cough.
Ever put one in your dick hole?
No.
That's good. That means you haven't been tested for AIDS.
Heyo.
Ugh. Well, I mean, is
that good?
Yeah, I'd say probably
a good thing.
he's spreading the virus known as HIV around.
Well, Molly just texted me and said she had a sore throat and was achy. So I think that's why it starts.
Do you
I think that's just her way of like
So,
going.
that's exactly what Magic Johnson said before he ended up with it.
and he's still alive.
Yeah.
So
I think it's Molly's way of saying, "Don't even try to have sex tonight. I have a sore throat. 3 hours before you're going to ask me."
You know what's good for a sore throat, though? A little throat coat. Just saying.
Oh, all right. Well,
like semen.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
that's not the kind of show this is, but
I mean, I think it kind of is.
I've heard your stories. Sorry, I'll mention a filet-o-fish.
Fellatio fish.
Fellatio-fish.
Today was the
that's where
pilot.
she lies on her back. You stick your dick in her mouth, and she flops around the bed.
You hook it in her cheek.
Fished in.
As opposed to LinkedIn. Guys, I'm on fire. I saved it all up from last week.
Plenty of fished in.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of the Carol Channing Show from the year of our Lord 1900 plus 66. Now that was
Pick
a
up
great
sticks.
year.
66 was a good year. You again, just like the divers, sea divers.
Yeah.
You had the Beatles,
Yeah.
right? You had the Jackson 5.
Yep. My dad started high school.
Your dad's and he.
Oh, yeah, your dad.
Yeah, he was valedictorian 4 years later.
Something like that.
And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Bob Gibson threw 7 no-hitters that year.
I love Bob Gibson. And
I met Bob Gibson as a boy
Where'd you meet him?
at a baseball card show.
Nice.
So you paid to meet him
No, my dad did.
because you didn't have a job.
That's correct. I was like 5. But he was super nice to me. I got
Sure.
my picture with him, got a signed photo. I'm reading a book that he co-wrote.
about him, or is it like a sci-fi
It's
novel?
him and Reggie Jackson.
Oh,
Really?
jeez.
Yeah.
Huh.
One of the best pitchers and one of the best hitters talking about the game of
I thought he
baseball.
was going to say one of the best catchers.
No, that'd be Johnny Bench.
No, Gary Carter.
Oh, I met him too.
Are you guys talking about gay baseball players?
No.
No. Okay.
That's a
Did
different
you ever
league.
meet?
Gay people have their own league.
I don't know.
It's called a league of their own.
There's no crying in gay baseball.
Hey.
I
Did you
was.
ever meet Tony Pena?
No.
He was a good catcher.
Yeah.
Did you meet him?
No, I just thought I really.
I met Tom Pagnozzi though, who took
Oh.
over for Tony Pena.
the
Yep.
Pags man.
Yep.
Is this all Cardinals
I'm
talk?
a Pags man. Sorry, that was carryover from WrestleMania.
That was good. Oh God, it was great, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh,
Can't believe
What was the surprise of the night?
Braun Strowman coming out in a tube top. That was weird.
Yeah, I saw a lot of sites. No one predicted that.
Yeah, those guys from Saturday Night Live like kicked his ass.
oh, Colin Jost.
Oh, I forgot
Colin
about that.
Jost is gonna kick some ass.
he already
he
did.
He did kick.
He
some ass.
did kick some ass, guys.
Did you see that coming?
Oh, I knew it from a mile away.
Boy, yeah.
To me,
Seth
it was
Rollins like coming away with the belt
yeah,
over Brock Lesnar.
yeah, and then Roman Reigns coming out and turning on him.
Yep.
Yep, and saying, "I had leukemia. I'm gonna kill you now."
And then Kofi Kingston being the fan favorite and then just like turning heel on the New Day.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, I like all that.
Fuck pancake power.
yeah. I mean, there's only so much pancake, right?
I have no idea.
You know a pancake ass? I'm not all about that.
Is that where you just put all your butt on somebody?
It's just a flat old butt.
Yeah.
Where the back
Speaking
and
of
the
flat
ass.
old butt, let's talk about
Charlotte
Charlotte Flair.
She's got a pancake ass.
She does. God, who is she dating? I'm gonna look it up. It's somebody we know, and you're like,
Becky
what?
Lynch is dating Seth Rollins.
What? Yeah, fuck that.
I
You
feel
know
like,
who they're not dating? Carol Channing.
should we do it? Are we doing a heel versus face?
There we go.
I was negative 15 in 1966.
So same here. Samesies.
Yeah.
Not me. I was negative 9. What did you say? How old did you say you were? That's not right.
Negative 15.
So I was only negative 9?
I had my negative driver's permit.
That doesn't seem right. Oh, it is right. Yeah, negative 9.
Did you?
Oh yeah, she's dating Andreas.
Really?
Andreas.
Andreas?
Andreas.
Andrade?
Andrade.
Andrade Almas.
Saurus. Mechalekahai, Mekahini Ho. Let's get back into Carol Channing.
Do you think?
Carol Channing.
Do you think we should just like skip a bunch of the show?
No, I'm not going to skip a bunch of the show. I don't want you to half-ass it.
I paid for a full flight.
That's true. He did.
and apparently my body was overtaken with the spirit of Carol Channing.
He had a dead woman in him too. That's fine.
Well,
Not all of
it's
us
the
can
first
say that.
time for everything.
1966.
Come on, you've had some dead ladies before.
Wait, you said inside me, though.
Ah, well.
Well, Blake likes a finger in him, right? So
I didn't say all the time, just once in a while. Wait.
Blake said that every time he has sex, he demands a finger in him.
Mark it in the books.
Does it heighten things?
Oh, yeah, because
It doesn't shorten.
you can stimulate the prostate.
Let me ask you this: I've never done that. If I'm taking a shit, why doesn't my prostate get stimulated then?
Because the poop's soft.
Poo-poo pee-pee jokes.
So if I had rock hard shits, I'd be coming all the time when I'm taking dumps.
Coming like a villain.
We do cum dumps,
Rock hard shit. That's like a good AC/DC song
rock hard cum
title.
dumps.
Dun, 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 dun. Rock on, cum dumps.
Or a White Snake song. Probably White Snake.
That's pretty gross.
Brown snake.
Rock hard cum dumps.
I think I found my new fantasy baseball team name.
What does that mean? You know, when your shits are real hard, they stimulate your prostate. So when you're taking a shit, you ejaculate. Idiot.
What? You don't do that?
Oh boy.
Can't be the only one.
This is why I haven't been on in a while.
Because it's too funny for you to handle?
I derail.
Because the show's too
I
good.
derail the flight.
It's not 1966. It's 2019. We can't. Blah, blah, blah. So we have to go back there in our minds, and we do so by talking about things that happened in 1966. Things such as April 1st. Hold on, I'm coming. Come dump. Single released by Sam and Dave.
You are not going to believe this. I was listening to their greatest hits on my way here. I'm not even shitting you.
You're not even cum dumping. You're not cum dumping me.
Not cum dumping. Yeah,
I
I was
feel
totally
like
playing that as I pulled
believe
up.
him though, right? We believe Dustin anytime he's done.
He's never lied to me.
I believe in a thing called love.
I
believe in a thing called love.
I was really tempted to play that song. I don't think I'm going to.
Hold on.
So I can get another email from
I'm
YouTube.
coming.
You love it. April 7th, U.S. recovers lost H-bomb from the Mediterranean floor.
What's H stand for?
Hydrogen.
Why is it on the Mediterranean floor?
Because they just shot it to see if it worked.
Is just a floor of a Mediterranean person?
No, it's deep in the Mediterranean Sea.
The
Oh, the
sea.
sea. That seems like a horrible place to drop an H-bomb.
I'm surprised they could recover it back then, you know?
Yeah.
What?
They use sonar.
Oh, did they? Like
Yeah.
bats?
Beep, 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 beep.
I would be terrified to go to the bottom of the sea. Who knows what's down there?
Aquaman.
What about him?
He's under the sea with Sebastian and Flounder and Ariel.
All that, everything you're saying is not real, though, right? Those are all fake things.
What?
They're real to me.
Yes. It's still real to me, damn it.
We know more about space than we know about what's happening at the bottom of the ocean.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we don't know. I mean, they're
like-
still discovering species of like fish that are like way deep in
The San
ocean.
Andreas Fault.
Yeah.
That can't be right. Really? Like this the sea, the outer space.
You remind me of Molly. Every time I say something, you're like, "That's not." That's,
well, I'm
that's
just
not
saying
right.
that like space is endless, though, right?
Right.
Like there's light years away things.
Wait. Are you a flat earther?
The Earth is that not? That's proven, right? The Earth is flat.
There's a documentary about it, so I'm assuming it's right.
Wouldn't it get dark everywhere at the same time if that was the case?
No, the sun goes over it like this, and then underneath.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
That's how the ground is heated. The sun goes underneath it
Yep.
and warms the.
Now, see, I agree with
and that's
that.
how the crops grow because the sun is
Gets it from underneath.
Yeah, gets it from underneath.
No, I'd be terrified to go to the bottom of the. To go to the scariest place in the world, the bottom of the sea, to recover a bomb.
Yeah, I watched The Meg. Nothing good comes from going.
When did you see that?
I saw it in the theater, actually.
I saw it in the theater, and I was watching part of it the other day. How did that movie become popular? You think, Blake?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
It's a cheesy popcorn movie.
But it should be able to be seen on the Sci-Fi Network. Like they make movies like
Yeah.
that all the time. How did this one make it into the theater?
Because Jason Statham's in it, and a young Asian child.
Yeah, that's true.
Not touching that thing.
That's how it should be, Blake.
April 30th, Anton LaVey founds the
Oh.
Church of Satan in San
Hail
Francisco, California.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What is the Church of Satan?
It means you believe you are your own god.
That is kind of Satanism, right? Like
Yeah,
worshiping
technically.
yourself.
You're not believing in the pitchfork devil. It's just like, that doesn't exist. Like, I run my own shit.
Yeah, like
But people that believe in that don't call themselves Satanists all the time because,
the stigma.
yeah.
Now, yeah, I was gonna say there's a difference between worshiping the devil and Satanism. Sure. Why all the like seemingly evil iconography with Satanism, like upside down?
Because it looks cooler on a metal cover than putting a picture of yourself.
So it's a religion based on wanting to look cool on metal albums.
I think so. It
No, but I think if you think of like imagery in any sense of the form, like will attract people to whatever that imagery entails.
Okay, so like, what do you think about when they say Church of Satan? What kind of imagery do you think of?
I think of a goat skull and an upside down
that's
star.
not what I think of at all.
Oh, what do you think?
I think
of?
of naked
like
ladies,
yeah,
through
like
their
that.
throats getting cut, and guys fucking them that are
I was
dressed
thinking
in goat outfits.
orgies and
What kind of orgies?
like with waxy candles and
That's all Satan. That's not devil worship.
and metal music and just a lot of hedonism.
Hedonism. I get that.
Yeah, you guys have been there, right?
DSJ has been to hedonism.
Yeah,
What's
DSJ.
up with him? I haven't even seen him yet.
We talked about him about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's working on a 1,000-piece puzzle right now, and just outside the captain's.
I thought maybe Get the Let Out was back on tour or something.
No, I think they've got a cover album coming out in mid-late summer.
But they're trying to decide who's going to be the new singer.
Yeah.
That's the big thing right now, because they were going to get
Rock Hard Cum Dumps?
Yeah. They're opening for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Blake. What were we
Is
gonna
Carol
say?
Channing going to be the singer? Like, they're going to seance her?
They're gonna get Rock Hard Cum Dumps to open for Get the Let Out. What were you gonna say? Who's the new lead singer?
Well, they're thinking about having Tyrod Daisy.
That's another baseball player. I don't know. Is that right?
Chocolate Rain.
Tayson Day.
Tyrod Daisy instead of Axl Rose.
What?
I get it, because it's a car part and it's flour.
Hey, I never guarantee you they're going to be great.
It'd be like saying carburetor daffodil.
Axl Rose.
They thought about her too.
He actually played for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Axl Rose is what is it? An anagram for oral sex. What is Tyron Daisy an anagram for?
Prostate stimulation.
You know, I've read a book on Guns N' Roses, and I didn't even know that.
Prostate simulation. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, Axel is spelled AXL.
Right.
Instead of like with the E on the end, so it accommodates the spelling of oral sex.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
He likes getting his dick sucked.
yeah. Well, I think there's like an orgasm on one of their songs, like Rocket Queen, I think.
Like someone is actually orgasming?
Yeah.
Who? Him? Is it a
I
man
can't
orgasm
remember
or a
if
lady?
I think it's a lady.
Thank God.
Like, I think something was being done to her in the vocal booth.
Oh,
and
really?
They recorded it, and it's in the background vocals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, that's more of that's way deeper than the oral sex cut.
Yeah. Like the San Andreas Fault at the bottom of the sea.
I don't fancy myself a Satanist. I don't think.
No.
Yeah,
The
but I like
benefits
goats.
aren't that great. Yeah, goats are cool.
Oh, I like baby goats.
Yeah,
I like
you baby
I love-
goat?
Especially in pajamas
I
doing
love,
parkour.
I fucking love baby goats in pajamas doing parkour. It is the greatest thing.
Nothing delighted me more
Oh
than
my
putting
God.
that video on your
Oh my
Facebook
god! That
timeline.
that day I was having a bad day and I fucking pressed play and I saw that and you know what the first thing I did? A little behind the curtain here.
What was the second thing? I think we all know what the first thing
No, the
was.
first
Yeah.
thing I did was I Googled.
You had to wipe the back of your phone
No,
off.
come on.
Exactly.
I've done that before. Like, god damn it. But I Googled baby goat live cam because I was hoping there would be a live cam.
They have
of
a
bunch-
Patreon page where you
But
can subscribe.
What I found and what I have been watching for Ion 3 weeks now is explore.org. All
Okay.
right, there's an app for it if you want.
Okay.
And there's 6 24-hour cameras at this Great Dane rescue. And so there's a pregnant Great Dane that I just keep waiting for the bitch to have her baby.
Like that giraffe that faked its pregnancy?
It faked its pregnancy?
Yeah, I don't think it was really pregnant.
It came out faster than the last one did.
I heard it had an abortion.
Yeah, Giraffe Abortions, great metal band. Oh, jeez.
I just watch him. I just watch.
That's a
her.
Great Dane?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a
It's a
live
mediocre Dane,
No,
if you ask me.
it's
mediocre at best. Fair to Midland Dane.
Fair to Midland's a great band.
here's the puppies. There's the 2 puppies. They're sleeping right now.
Okay.
If you guys could only see what we see, then
But it's what's
you
cool
wouldn't
about
be
it is, I
looking
mean,
at
there's
much.
7 different cameras.
Because that's necessary.
Why is that happening? Why are there cameras on it? What is explore.org? Why are they doing that?
At explore.org, you can go. It's
Jason, that's the second coming of the Great Dane Messiah.
No, it's not just explore.com is not just the Great Danes.
They just show you random pregnant animals.
No, this is it's live feed cameras.
Of
Do you pay to do? Look at it?
wait, yeah, go to
No, because I'm not paying for. You don't have to pay for
There's
this.
San Fernando Valley.
there's myfreecams.com where you can see naked ladies do things to themselves.
But they're not going to do anything unless you're paying money.
It depends on how persuasive you are.
Dustin, you've known me for quite a few years.
Call them on their 800 number and ask about Encyclopedia Britannica. And
Ooh, we should do that.
Now the app's locked up.
The app is locked up.
Yeah, because I can watch a Donkey Barn too.
And,
This is a Donkey Barn.
he literally is watching a donkey show.
and with Donkey Barn, we were safely and securely back in 1966. Dustin, why did we choose to watch the Carol Channing?
Because I
program?
sent this fucking link to you guys months ago and said, hey, we need to do this on the show. And you guys were good enough to humor me.
That's it. I mean, essentially, that's it.
I
Yeah.
found out it existed drunk one night on YouTube. I was editing, I think, the Ernest podcast, and I needed a Carol Channing soundbite for Hoover and I's stupid shit. And I found a pilot, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I didn't even know this was a thing.
It's perfect.
Sent it to you and was like,
Did
hey,
it meet all the criteria before you sent it? Did you look up all the criteria?
yeah, I mean, I knew it wasn't a show because I didn't even know there was a pilot.
Okay.
And then it was available for free on the YouTubes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 2 in 1 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had Carol Channing.
And it's
in it.
free.
Yeah.
Well, he said it was free on the internet, so he said it was available.
Oh, he
and
did
free
too.
at the
I
same-
like to condense.
He did a 2 for.
Yeah, too. That's cool.
Yeah.
So where can you find the entire episode of the Carol Channing Show? You can do so by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or go to YouTube. Dustin.
And you know what to do.
Oh my God, she's
back, young man.
What time does Eli go to bed? Can I scream?
It's 9 o'clock. He should be in bed now.
So, like, keep the
Keep the lights on.
Donkey Show comments to a minimum level
He
of
hears
volume.
He hears everything we're
He
doing in
does.
here.
It's through the air
Yeah.
ducts.
Summary of the pilot. The failed pilot for a series starring Carol Channing, which was created by Desi Arnaz and used some of the same writers on such classic Desilu series as I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, Bob Carroll J., and Madeline P.
I felt like that summary is more about Desi than it is about the show
Isn't that what Desi was all about?
himself.
Yeah.
Babaloo.
Babaloo.
He was
indeed.
also about that.
What do you think about that summary?
See,
Really? I thought you were going to go lower. Okay.
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
Which, okay. What do you
Not be
mean?
so negative.
Well, at the end of the show, you always do a positive message.
Right, but the rest of the show I'm negative.
That's true. Okay. Interesting facts.
This is not Sam and Dave.
Folks, this segment of the show is called Interesting Facts. Jason has scoured the internet just like I'm going to scour your body. And he's found facts out about this pilot that you may not have known. We would prefer that you don't comment on these facts, as these facts are your opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter on these facts. So guys, just don't do it. Listen to these facts. Interesting facts. Don't taint someone else's experience. Just want to make sure I fit in that word taint. Oh yeah. This soundbite is a lot like the past episode and a half. Just slowing down to a screeching halt.
You don't like that?
No, it's fine. It's just long.
Interesting facts. Due to her success on Broadway in Hello, Dolly and her co-starring role in Thoroughly Modern Millie, Channing attracted the attentions of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, who were interested in starring her in a sitcom. Fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, Jack.
The sitcom was directed and produced by Desi Arnaz and written by Bob Carroll Jr. and Madeline Davis, who co-wrote I Love Lucy and The Lucy Show. Fact.
Okay, that's the same thing as you said in the summary.
Fact.
The pilot was filmed in front of a live audience with laugh track added at Desilu Studios in 1966. Fact.
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 It is featured as a bonus on the Mothers-in-Law DVD.
Mother-in-law, 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 mother-in-law. Satan should be her name. I don't know the rest of it. I just know Satan should be her name, and I was trying to tie that in with satanic.
Mother-in-law's a Satanist?
Yeah.
What would it take for you guys to become Satanists? Interesting
Good
facts.
benefits.
Could be, like a good 401k and health plan.
I mean, like, PNC's got a pretty good one, but they only match up to 4%. If I could get like a 10% match, that'd be fantastic.
10% match. What do you think this is? Trump America?
Hey, man, it's a Church of Satan.
That's true.
Blake, when I noticed there's a pamphlet at the Moose Lodge, of which you are a member, and it says on the back.
Wait, Blake is in the Moose?
This is the first you're hearing of this?
I had no idea.
The pamphlet says,
You
hey,
haven't been listening.
well, first of all, you walk into the Moose Lodge and you grab one of these pamphlets, and you got I don't know, people probably in their late 20s to mid 40s. You got you got an Asian guy, a Hispanic guy, white guy, black guy, all these different people, and then you walk into the Moose, and it's just all old white guys.
Oh, yeah, especially in Pekin.
Yeah,
It's propaganda.
but you to pick up the pamphlet, it says, hey, you want to join the Moose? It says there's a few things you got to know. One of the first things they say on there is you must submit or acknowledge a higher power. Are you familiar with this on the back there?
Yes,
Is this like AA?
It is, yeah. In some ways, it is like AA.
My higher power is my dong.
You worship at the cock of your wiener?
Yeah.
Or at the altar of your cock?
I mean, you don't have to tell them what your higher power is.
Well, that was
right,
my
sure.
question.
Yeah, your higher power could
My
be
id
that.
could be my
Your higher power could be that Miller Lite can of Miller Lite you have.
And what is yours? I was curious, though.
That's kind of private.
It's the first time ever he doesn't want to divulge.
They'll say some pretty nasty shit about girls he used to
Information.
fuck, and then he doesn't want to talk about his... Okay, because I didn't know if it was Satan, like we were talking about.
No.
Could it be
Satan?
Satan.
I don't have a higher power per se.
But there is something that you were thinking of that you don't want to...
Well, no,
Your
I'm
Moose
just,
membership is built on a throne of lies.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
No.
They don't listen to this, do they? They don't like Carol Channing.
No.
You're fine.
Yeah. I think on the last thing on the pamphlet says that if you like Carol Channing, fuck you.
You were not nominated, unfortunately. Was it nominated?
I was nominated, but wasn't voted for nomination.
They don't know what they're missing.
What? Yeah. What was it? What's the deal? They still feel like you hadn't paid your dues.
No, I don't want to talk about it on here.
Did you literally pay your dues to be a part member?
Huh?
Did you? Because there's paying your dues.
He paid for my
metaphorically.
bucket of beer that one night. That's the same thing.
It's so
right?
weird. We found something I didn't want to talk about. All right, I'll let it go. That's fine. I was just curious.
First there was micro league baseball.
I'll talk
Now
about that.
there's the Moose.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious what the higher power was, and then, but we don't have to talk about any of that.
Do you have to talk like Bullwinkle at all? Like Dave Coulier as Bullwinkle?
I would very much like to be a part of your board membership.
It's pretty good. Maybe I should have led with that.
I'd like a bucket of Bud Light for $10.
Can you do the woodchuck guy? Yes, that's it. Final interesting fact: Jimmy Garrett, who plays the boy eating candy on the park bench, had been a regular on the Lucy show as
that kid
Lucy's son
was
Jerry.
Something.
Okay. The boy is sleeping.
Yeah.
I want to scream at you.
Go ahead.
I didn't say the word.
You know what? You have 13 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
What the fuck are you doing?
I was going to skip by it. I was going to let it go because
I could feel you.
Dustin is a frequent flyer that is he's been in the cockpit a lot, and he has certain privileges, like he can drink on the plane and stuff, and
Have dead 98-year-old women overtake my body.
right. But I mean, you did do what you're not supposed to do, but I think you did it on purpose.
I think you did it on purpose too. Look at him. He's smiling.
I think you were an instigator.
The fact that you've been here a number of times, you should know it. And then on top of that, do it on purpose? I don't know.
He knew Eli was sleeping, and he's like, "Oh, I can get by with this." Because
I feel like you're treating
Why
us
is
like
Eli
a couple of
on the plane? I was trying to figure
he
that
sleeps
out.
in the back of the plane. He likes to be up in the altitudes.
The black box is real warm. He likes to sleep on top
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's kind of like the barrier, but like if we crash, like the black box won't get injured because
of his carcass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll just wait for an apology real quick.
I'm sorry, young man.
All right. Fine. Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. I've been on Broadway, got some Twitter responses.
There's no Twitter responses. They're all dead. Here's a commercial for tonight's sponsor.
America's new pizza generation. Because Little Caesars knows that everybody loves pizza. We give you a lot of pizza to love. We use America's finest meats, cheeses, and flour. So pizza not only tastes great, it's great for you. Little Caesars Pizza. We give you a lot of pizza to love.
Little Caesars, the all-American pizza.
I feel like that sounds old. Like that sounds like a 50s commercial.
Right.
1966.
No,
Pickup
no.
sticks.
But Little Caesars has not been around that long, has it?
That's from the 80s.
Okay.
The 1980s.
Since 1959, son.
Let's call Little Caesars. We'll make it real quick. I just want to thank him for being a sponsor tonight and ask him where we can pick up our
Thank you for
check.
calling the Little Caesars Customer Service Center.
Is that Carol G?
Please leave your name and telephone number, including area code, and a representative will return your phone call at their earliest convenience.
That's not
Thank
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Little Caesars. My name is Jason. I'm calling from the Couch Pilots podcast. We just played your commercial as part of a sponsorship deal, and I wasn't sure when or where you're sending the sponsorship money. If you could give me a call back at this number, preferably within the next half hour, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good one. That's disappointing. I mean, I guess it's kind of shame on me for assuming that someone would be available to talk to customer service-wise at this hour.
Yeah, the pizza guy wasn't there.
Do you remember when you used to get two pizzas? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't.
In the back of the Kmart?
I don't know what you're doing in the back of the camera.
That's
that's where Little Caesars used to be.
Not for me.
Before,
It's none of our business.
It used to be underneath Olin Mills, and then it moved to the back of Kmart, and then it moved over next to Hollywood Video,
Which then became
an empty building.
an empty building. It was Blockbuster too, wasn't it?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I air a grievance?
Oh no! Let's get the airing grievance music out real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
Is this Tool? All right. So
It's directed at me.
you got Little Caesars to sponsor this week's episode.
Yep.
However, 2 months ago, after we had the Louisiana Gas Company sponsor the Ernest Show for 1 month.
That's a show that you and I do together. The importance of seeing Ernest. It's about Ernest Power to Worrell, and he said, "Do you know what I mean, Vern?" Every day.
He did. You couldn't even get us a sponsor for 1 month when Hoover had a child on the way.
Right.
We live off of these sponsorship dollars.
Right. Yep. I understand
And
that.
you're pulling in the Illiches own Little Caesars and like the Detroit Red Wings.
Sure.
That I'm a Red Wings fan. You didn't think to maybe bring some of that?
We offered you some pizza.
Yeah, we offered you some pizza. What else do you want?
I don't know. A little of that.
This
little
pizza. This pizza only cost us $5.
Man can
our
live off of
membership.
bread alone.
That's the kind of deal you're getting from that. So you get cheap ass pizza.
Right.
Well, I mean,
And they're
not
sponsored.
quality wise. I mean, it's just the price is cheap.
Yeah,
It's the highest quality pizza there is for the cheapest price available.
Yeah, and we had Louisiana Gas Company.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's an entire state full of gas.
And then you left halfway through the one episode because you had to find the sponsor in your car, and then you showed up a month later.
You
Hoover already had a kid at that point.
Sure. I'm hearing I'm hearing you talk a lot, but what is the question?
I think you need to balance the sponsorship a little. It sounds like you're bringing in quality for the couch pilots, but it's been a while since I've been on here.
It's been a while.
There you
Well,
go.
I guess what I would...
It's only once a month.
Sure. All of that is valid. I guess what I would say is that everything is fake.
Like wrestling?
Hey, wrestling's not fake.
Courtney Cox?
She's fake.
Band-Aids?
Not fake.
Okay.
Keep going. I like this game. Keep going.
Hemoglobin?
Not fake.
Tarantulas?
Fake.
Aardvarks?
Not fake.
The female orgasm?
As far as I'm concerned, fake.
Right. And
Sasquatch?
I'll attest to that.
Snatch Squatch? Is that
Snatch Squatch?
Not fake.
The ghost of Carol Channing?
Fake. All right, 10 minutes, mother chumpers. I really feel like...
Oh, that one came with a prize.
There it is. Thank God.
I had to drink a beer to get an open container. But I had to. I didn't have a cup.
I had no choice. I told you to take a sock
Hey,
off.
I spit in your cup. Hey.
What is a sock a substitute for a Kleenex or something like the same, Dustin?
Not for Blake, it's not.
Why not?
I don't know. He just likes letting it roll.
Well, he mentioned recently.
I don't clean that shit up. I just wherever it flies, it flies.
Every year there's 4 seasons, right? And the once the season
Frankie
happens,
Valli.
You beat me to it.
Okay, you got the other 3.
Sherry Baby. Big Girls.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
3,
unless
okay.
you choke them.
And then Walk Like a Man, Howie Mandel.
4.
Yeah.
So that's 4. And those don't repeat in a calendar year.
Correct.
But apparently hacking season comes several times a year. There's several hacking seasons.
Yeah.
In a pinch, if you don't have something in which to spit, do you not take off your sock, kind of open the sock, and then like gaping, gape the sock?
I gotcha.
And then spit into it.
See, I always carry a handkerchief, though. You know this.
I'm saying in a pinch. I do know your handkerchief.
In a pinch, I would whip out that hanky and just blow into that.
Say you're in a Darude sandstorm, okay? And you pick out your handkerchief and it flies away in the sandstorm.
Oh, shit.
What do you do then? Do you take off a sock and spit in it? I'm talking about in a pinch.
In a sandstorm, I'm just going to let it go.
But that's gonna when you go to spit it out, like hack it out, it's gonna by the time it touches the ground, it's gonna be full of sand, and then it's gonna get on your shoe.
You look like a little beaver nugget.
John Cafferty
abrasive.
and the Beaver Nugget brand.
Brand.
The beaver nugget van.
Yeah.
Abrasives may scratch.
Would you not use your sock?
No.
Why not?
It's not happening.
I mean, versus because what you were doing before is it was coming up and then you were swallowing it.
Right, because I had to.
No, you don't have. That's what I'm saying. You don't have
tastes
to.
great, less filling.
But here's the thing: if I take my sock off,
He got cold feet.
then I run the risk of getting sicker because I don't have a sock on and I have a cold foot.
I'm starting the clock. Yeah, I guess right now. So 10 minutes.
Start.
How do? What is how do?
How do?
Okay, first
I'm
of all,
Carol Channing.
I thought this was Michael Jackson on the screen. It's just a close up. She has this huge, scary hat on, and she's just talking, breaking the fourth wall and talking to us, the viewer.
Yeah.
But she's not Carol Channing. She's Carol
Honeycutt.
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 And it's a big round white hat.
Oh my
massive
God,
hat.
it's massive.
And it's a white background. And yeah, she's talking directly to the camera, kind of like setting up the show.
And the audience is on board.
Oh, their laugh track is outrageous.
She's telling jokes.
So, yeah, they're just lame, tame jokes.
It's 66.
Sure.
She's setting up the show. She's saying, "Oh, I came to New York a few weeks ago. I'm looking for work.
Now I'm out of money.
I'm in New York. I'm really struggling.
I'm very hungry.
Yeah, she can't. She's so hungry, and that comes into play in the first scene too. But
She
it
can't
starts
eat
with
jam.
Not today.
No.
She's hungry and she's whispering this to you,
Yeah.
because she doesn't want her stomach to hear.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a joke.
There's orchestral opening credits.
Sure, I like the credits are fun.
Yeah,
The
those
credit-
are.
I was really proud of it.
Yeah.
That's when I saw Desi Arnaz was the he presents and he directs it.
Yep.
And it was a good intro. Like there was like artistic close up pictures of her face and stuff. And then
Carol, you got some splaining to do.
Hey, you hit her pretty hard there, Rick. Sponsor ad here is that or
Yep,
sponsor
sponsor
message?
message.
It literally just says
I like
that.
those.
Little Caesars. Just plug it right
I
in.
would love to have them sponsor that show.
Since 1959, they
could
could
do it.
have.
The first skit or the first scene is she's at a park bench and she has all her stuff with her.
Sitting on a park bench. Jethro Tull, right? Aqualung.
She sits on this bench, and then she looks very nice. Actually,
Sure.
she's got a like kind of a bright green dress
And
on, that
big
white hat.
fucking hat.
Blake's trying to look up her skirt.
It was like a
Sure.
it was like a fuzzy sombrero with no like middle top.
I was thinking sombrero too. High five that shit.
There we go.
That's so good. We can finish our sandwiches.
Don't interrupt me. So she's on the bench, and there's a boy sitting on the bench.
Oh,
and
that
he's
kid I interrupted you about?
Yeah.
Eating a bag of candy?
Eating a huge bag of
And
candy.
I didn't know it was candy. You couldn't tell what it was. It looked like
It wasn't pussy.
Kid was eating a bag of pussy. Anyway, so she's like, hey.
Again, it's not that kind of show.
She's like, hey, what do you got in that bag? It's a lot of candy. She's basically kind of hinting around like, can I have some of that candy?
Give me some candy.
Give me some candy. I'm backwards hat guy. You remember that from SNL?
I'm Carol Channing in a backwards hat. Give me some candy.
She tries to steal it from the kid, and he balls her out on
Yeah,
it.
he's a great actor.
He takes off. Then you got two lovers sit down.
Yeah, this was fun.
And then the hot dog guy comes by and sells them 2 hot dogs.
Red
30,
Hots.
30 cents a piece.
Red Hots, get your Red Hots.
And so, so they get their hot dogs, and then she's like, "Hey, I had a dream about you the other night."
Yeah.
And
The girl did.
I'd want to hear the
yeah,
details, too.
and then he goes, "Oh yeah," and she goes to whisper it.
And
to,
I was like, she's talking about fuck.
"Oh yeah, 'cause- yeah." And then
You put
so
it here,
her
and
hot,
then you put it there.
Put your red hot in me, yeah.
And then you came all over my face.
Rock hard, come
but don't get your sock out. What do you think I am, a barbarian?
Carol
wipe me
just
off with
wa-
your sock.
Carol just wants that
Yeah.
fucking hot dog.
She was trying to get that dick.
And
She was chomping at the bit. No pun
Chomps
intended.
the hot dogs, and then another hot dog comes around. She grabs that, and then the whole wiener comes out of the
Sucks
bun.
that wiener.
And then she gets caught.
Yeah.
And then
With a wiener in her mouth.
And the couple gets pissed off and just leaves, and Carol just sits there, and we watch her eat an entire hot dog.
Oh yeah.
Is it sexy? I don't think so.
No. Then she's sitting there, and then her friend Florence just happens to come by the park, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "How's it going? Looking for work?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm getting some of this, some of that." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm any work.
Come live with me.
Come live with me and my husband."
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
It's been
2
2 weeks
weeks
since
since
you
you
had a job.
Burp.
So she's like, "My husband Leon is home."
He's mounted police.
You know what? And as soon as she said that he was a mounted police, you know what I remember me of?
That 3-way you had with that lady and that horse?
Very close.
Oh,
That was very
the
close.
horse and who?
Trish was a mounted police officer.
I don't want to talk about my higher power. Trish? What was her last name?
The dish.
I'm not telling you last
Okay.
name. She could still be in law enforcement.
That's true. So next scene, Carol is at the apartment, and she's coming in, and this is a scene...
Straight out of the Cosby Show.
Straight out of Compton, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cosby Show. But it's very, it's like at least 5-6 minutes. There's no dialogue.
It's
nothing.
It's very Lucille Ballish, right?
And here's the thing that I noticed. A lot of her comedy, it's a 1960s Mr. Bean. There isn't any dialogue.
Right.
It's all physical comedy. It's
Yeah.
all slapsticky.
Yeah.
Which one? Maybe that's because of her voice. But two, I don't know. The audience is eating this shit up. But yeah, it's very Desi Lou.
Her voice is an
style.
asset, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Very recognizable. So I would say you'd want to use that. But this scene, honestly, I think it's played pretty well.
I thought so too. Like they keep missing each other, and
There's so many doorways.
Yeah, so many different passages.
Making
living room,
cups of
back
tea,
room, the whole hallway,
coffee.
the kitchen, the little porch. And yeah, Leon's there. He doesn't know she's coming over. He's making food, and she's starving. So she's like unpacking, and he hears something, and he's trying to find who it was, and they keep circling each other.
and they end up with 2 cups of coffee.
Right. And then he hears her like cough or clear a throat or spit
Yeah.
into a cup. And so then he gets his gun out.
Yeah.
And
What's
that's
he gonna
where
do with that gun?
That's where comedy ensues.
When they finally meet up with each other, he scares him, and he shoots himself.
Yeah,
the
right
foot
in
and the
big,
toe.
Yeah.
Grazes the big toe.
And right after he shoots himself,
she sucks that toe.
Sponsor message.
Sponsor message for sure. Carol is now like taking care of Leon, but he doesn't want her to.
Yeah, and she's like all of a sudden has a maid outfit on,
It-
like over her clothes.
over the clothes.
It was
Yeah,
weird.
It is bizarre. And she keeps trying to like offer him things like I don't want it, and then he pretends to fall asleep.
And yes, she scares him. So Florence comes home, and Leon's like, she gotta get out of this fucking house, and he's like, well, I can't. We gotta find her a job. And Leon's like, well, Mario's restaurant, I know he needs workers. Next scene,
she's there doing it.
Stereotypical Italian chef.
Slicing the salami.
Yeah, slicing the salami with the electrical knife. And you
Giuseppe.
push a button.
I call this the meat bit, is what I wrote down.
Bit.
Okay, so she's got an electric knife that she's using to like carve this salami, and in the meantime, she's cutting up a ton of things, ruining everything. Yeah. Is this a real electrical knife? It seems like it's cutting things.
Yeah, it has to be.
This is dangerous physical comedy, isn't it? Walking around with
They're
other
not
people.
that dangerous.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
not
It was
like
all
putting
planned.
it on her,
Right, it was all
femoral artery or
wrist.
Everything was perfectly placed.
Yeah.
And so obviously, she gets fired.
Yeah, she ruins the place and gets fired instantly.
She goes home, and Leon's cleaning his gun. No pun intended.
Talking to his wife and like cleaning and it looked like loading. The
Oh, yeah,
gun,
he was
too.
loading it,
while
for
he was
sure.
talking to his wife. I don't know.
And she's like, you know what I tell you? He was like, be careful cleaning your gun. Carol comes in. He shoots his other toe.
Yeah,
Of
scares
course
him.
he does.
Next scene, we find out she's been fired, and now she's got a new job as a dancer at Dance
Okay,
Land.
I thought she was going to be a stripper.
I did too.
Of course,
Because
there's nothing else you could think of.
In 1966, we would assume that Dance Land meant a strip club.
Right. John Kennedy's going to show up, want to take her home to the White House.
This is a place that looks clean, like a decent establishment. It's a place where there's rows of chairs where ladies sit in. Fellas come in and give a lady a ticket to
lot
go
of
dancing.
military.
Is this a real thing?
Yes.
It is a real thing.
Yes, definitely.
You've
Okay.
been there?
No, I haven't been there, but,
But
I
you
know.
have heard about these. 'Cause
Sure.
I have no
Sure.
reference for this at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to a place like that?
No,
I just asked him that.
No,
No, I thought you said that place specifically.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that one where
in
Carol
the
Channing
60s,
works.
you had people coming back from on military leave and stuff, and yeah, this was the baby boom start, right?
This is brothel light. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
I mean,
odd.
I'm sure this is probably the way it was in the front room.
She's the last one picked, obviously, because I mean, there's a lineup there of like a couple rows,
Yeah.
of at least 8 to 10 ladies, and she is the last one picked.
Yeah.
But finally, there's a sailor who's desperate enough. He kind of looks around for somebody else, but there's no one.
He looks hard for
Yeah.
someone else. Like he is looking toward the back. He's
What is the reason? Because the other girls that were picked were good-looking ladies.
Yeah,
is
they were-
she not good-looking, or did she come off as awkward, and that's why people didn't
I
pick her?
think she's supposed to be
the ugly duckling.
an unconventional pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
this is without even hearing her talk.
then there's a bunch of like people. It's like a kind of a montage of her dancing a bunch of different
but
dances.
she can cut a rug. She's the best dancer out of any of them.
She is good.
I like that little Italian guy.
He looked
had
like a
some moves.
monster to me.
I thought it was that Roberto Baggini guy that won the Academy Award and climbed over all the seats all those years.
That's
damn
the
it!
end, and that's okay because there's still plenty
It's
to talk
time.
about
It's
here.
5:30 a.m. I got to get up and go for a run now.
It's
That's what that sounds.
Gonna be
It's
time
3
for
a.m.
some
I must be lonely.
time for some turbulence.
Turbulence.
Stop recording. Second.
Carol Channing.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
This is a weird length of time for a show. It's like 37 minutes.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and there were only 3 commercial breaks. So
Yeah.
think about that. That's 23 minutes times or divided by 3. That means 7.5 minute long commercial breaks.
37 minutes long. Right?
Yeah, so that means to fill up an hour, 20
Oh, 23.
23.
but-
So
but yeah, I don't-
7.5 minute commercial breaks.
I have no idea. I mean, I don't even know if it aired.
That's a
did
lot
we
of
mention
Little
if it aired?
Caesars
Because it's,
commercials.
if you're dropping in cards that say put your sponsorship here.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like maybe it didn't air. It's very bizarre. Why don't you think
How
this?
bizarre?
The OMC level probably.
Okay.
Why don't you think this show worked? Dustin.
I think the American public just wasn't ready for Carol Channing.
Is that right? But do you think Carol Channing was ready for the American public?
I think so.
Yeah. What about you, Blake?
I don't think that she was popular enough or strong enough, like a strong enough star to have her own show. I think if she had her own show, pop in some guest stars or something. You know what I mean? I really think that this should be a variety show instead of like that's what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
When I started watching,
Like
she was
Carol
talking,
Burnett.
yeah,
type of thing.
something like that. Do different bits or different skits or something. And that's what I thought was going to happen because she was talking to the camera.
Right.
I thought that was like her monologue, and then they were going. So
then she was in character, so that made it weird.
Yeah.
Because she is Carol Honeycutt.
Well, they said that Desi had found her from being in Broadway productions.
Right.
So she's an actress, she's a singer, she's a dancer.
And back then, that's the trifecta, right? A lot of famous actors back then, like Dean Martin.
Mm-hmm.
They did more than just act.
So an EGOT.
What's that?
Isn't that what it is? Like when you have all those awards.
The EGOT,
EGOT,
the
that's
Emmy,
it.
Grammy, the Oscar, and Tony.
Tony, yeah.
You would think that every episode they're not going to find a way for her to dance. They definitely did in this one.
Oh, for sure.
If you're trying to showcase her talents, a variety show probably would be a better thing. You could probably get away with dancing every single episode of a variety show.
And I don't think that this is not. It's not going to take very long before people get tired of her being the bumbling idiot that screws everything up every single time.
Well, it is very Lucy-esque, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure Blake appreciated when she got all Dave Matthews Band and hiked up her skirt a little more and showed it.
I like that girl that went. First of all, the first girl that went to
the cigarette machine.
Hell yeah, I was all about that.
She had a weird walk.
I was gonna say her walking was supposed to be sexy.
I thought it wasn't like she had.
I thought she was trying to dance. I thought she was dancing.
No, I think it was like I'm trying to show you what my
she's showing off her
curves can
assets.
do.
Yeah.
And I thought she was doing a poop walk.
Yeah, I mean, she bended over at the cigarette machine or whatever it was. She was an attractive lady, but her walking was real weird.
She had a rock hard cum dump.
I really think she was dancing across the dance floor, like
you think so?
Subtle dance.
Just kind of okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. It looked odd to me, but
as far as the comedy, I thought it was very on par with what was out those days.
Yeah,
you went back there.
Yeah,
in your mind.
I think it worked. Especially for her. I think she did it well because it's mostly physical comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, with the Desi Arnaz connection, I was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Because you put Lucille Ball in those situations, I'm sure the audience would have ate it up too.
Yeah. If we were to improve this, I think you either completely you make it 45 minutes long and you make it a variety show, or you knock it back to 22 minutes and you make it a comedy. See, I disagree. I like Leon.
Okay, here's the thing. Get rid of half of Leon.
You didn't like Leon?
No, I liked Leon.
Oh, you liked him too? Okay, I liked him.
But he was in it too much.
I agree with you that...
Save some of that for the second episode.
Yeah, there was too much about her and Leon's relationship.
The first bit was great, the introduction.
Yeah.
We didn't need him in the second time where he's like
Cleaning
all
his
mad
gun.
and she needs to get out of the house.
Well, I think
he falls asleep. Yeah, that one was on.
That's a testament to how long the show was. Why was it 37 minutes? You can take 15 minutes away from that. And get rid of some of the Leon scenes, but I do like him as a character.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought he was grumpy, but I also thought he was likable too. I
have
did
to have
like
that
him.
contrast and that friction because they're going to be the reoccurring characters. And Florence, what is she going to contribute? She's kind of a milquetoast type of character.
She needs to be there, I think. But she didn't add a ton. 22 minutes comedy, 45 minutes variety show. Leave Leon, pace it a little bit better. I don't know.
Now the Rolling Stones.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
I would have loved to have seen Mick Jagger and Carol Channing like in a dance-off. That would have been great.
I bet it happened. Maybe not on camera, but I bet it happened.
Find me that video.
What did the Rolling Stones just recently postpone their tour?
Yeah.
Mick Jagger's having surgery on something.
Yeah, he's going to die. He's going to be the next to go.
What was he having surgery on, do you know? Because I didn't catch that.
His lips.
Oh, really? He's getting them bigger?
Yeah.
He's getting a hamster out of his butt.
That's Rod Stewart. No, that's Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart is a gallon of jism in his gut.
Rock hard cum.
You got rock hard cum
guts.
dumped? Gross. IMDb. Internet MDB.
Internet.
Mobile. Dad bod.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the score? What do you think people from around the world scored the Carol Channing show? 1
Was
to 10.
that Daft Punk?
Decimals? Yeah.
Go ahead, Dustin. You're our guest. Decimals are in place for IMDb.
I did not look it up.
Mm-hmm.
I will preface this.
Honest engine.
I'm gonna say 6.9.
Okay.
Man, you think people like this?
I think you underestimate.
That's
Channing Files.
What I underestimate is the association with Desi Arnaz at this time.
Okay.
You think those people are on IMDb though?
All the time.
Okay.
I'm going to give
Every
it
day.
Every day.
I'm going to give it a 7.3.
7.4.
Oh,
ooh, damn.
Are you like?
He was overcompensating for my score.
Okay.
He was like, "Oh,
Right.
you think they like?"
Yeah,
this?
I'm like the smart guy thinks
Yeah.
that it was this. I think these people were even dumber
I think
than
if
I
he'd have
expect.
gone first, he would have gone lower
7.4 from 17 ratings.
on the Richter scale.
That's exactly
The
right.
Andy Richter scale.
The Andy Richter, a huge fat guy. Critic reviews. Ben from The Obscurity Factor says, while it's not a brilliant concept, it beautifully showcases Carol in all her darling quirkiness. Though I'm not sure how suited to situation comedy she was. It also features Richard Deacon and Jane Dulo as the couple who take a destitute but remarkably well-dressed Carol in. The theme song is just wonderful, and it's no wonder it was written by Jerry Herman.
How about that? I wonder if he's related to Bernard
or Pee-wee.
Yep.
Or Herman Serbitz.
Pee-wee's
Them
Herman
too.
Serbitz. Viewer reviews. 4 out of 10 scars. Broadway's Carol Channing tries for small screen stardom. She says the show isn't good, but it's not terrible, so it's kind of surprising it wasn't picked up given the successful scorecards of those involved with this production. Certainly, many a worse sitcom has been greenlighted. The pilot is a bonus feature on the Mothers-in-Law DVD set, a subsequent Arnaz production that was not picked up the following year.
Yeah, they said that earlier.
Yeah.
I'd never even heard of that. But
me neither.
I mean, looking back at the other hit shows of 66, you're talking your Bewitched,
Yeah.
your Beverly Hillbillies,
Yeah.
your Green Acres, Get Smart, I Spy, and most importantly, Batman.
Most important.
Batman 66.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this could be in any of those lineups with the restraints that we were putting on.
She was like a country girl version of Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Last review, 5 out of 10. Pilot, not quite there. This tries to set Channing as a sort of that girl coming to the big city, kind of like you just said.
There you
go.
go.
With no breaks in 2 weeks, she's already broke. Think with this pilot, it just doesn't work well enough. Joe Conley, who was grocer Ike Godsley in The Waltons, is the only other notable support in this cast. This was Desi's first pilot. He would do 2 more with one, the mother-in-law's. He would do better. So there's that. That's fine.
Hey, are you guys going to watch The Mothers-in-Laws?
I need to look into that because it made it sound like it's a failed pilot. So.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCS.
And we like
Jennifer Lopez and Jane Fonda.
that's my mind seriously went there.
Monster-in-Law.
Monster-in-law. Yeah.
For your safety and comfort,
Looked like a
please remain seated
fucking
with your
abortion of a
seatbelts
film.
J-Lo walks across the dance floor with her booty shaking.
Of course she does. Now we rate it, right, Blake?
It's time to rate it.
Is this your favorite part of the show?
Rate
It's
it.
my favorite part of the show.
Is it because it's the end of the show?
No, I don't. I never want it to end.
But you love to give your rating.
I love to give my rating.
So it's a real Sophie's choice.
It's the whole point of why people listen.
Can you explain to us the scale?
Sure. Scale is 1 to 7, 7 being the best, 1 being the worst. It's all based off the characters from the hit television show Wings. Number 1 is Roy Biggins. And number 7, top of the charts, baby, our good old buddy Brian Hackett.
You guys are Brian Hackett.
Well, you're
Brian Hackett. You're also that.
Thanks.
And so so now we're gonna rate it.
Dustin, thank you for being here today. You saw the show. We talked about the show. What do you rate the Carol Channing program?
I'm gonna go straight down the middle. I'm giving it a 4.
Okay. The end.
It could have been better. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
There were moments in it where I was like, I don't know why this wasn't picked up. And then there were moments where I was like, oh, I know why this wasn't picked up. But it seemed like an even amount of those. That
Yeah.
I think if it had been workshopped a little bit more, yeah, this could have been a show that would have run on Nick at Night when I was a kid, you know, in between My Three Sons and the Dobie Gillis show. And then my parents would have been like, oh, yeah, Carol Channing. I'd be like, that's the lady from Jam Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Maybe she wouldn't have ever sang that
That's
song.
Pearl
though.
Jam's last album.
Pearl Jam Tomorrow. That's
Maybe
right.
she would have been too big for doing that show, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Ringo
so.
Starr was on it, and he was a fucking Beatle.
On what?
He was on that same movie.
Okay.
And John Stamos. Pat Morita.
This is from the 80s?
Sherman Hemsley sang a song.
Ringo Starr was also in the movie Caveman.
It's true. I saw that.
You always mention that. I've never seen it. It's terrible.
That's one of his 5 movies.
It is terrible, right? Caveman is terrible.
Yeah.
And at Final Destination, I found out he knows what that movie is, too.
Okay.
Well, I've never watched it, but I know I know the scene.
Shit. Okay,
I know
thought
the
maybe
scene.
that was on the list, too.
No, I know the scene.
Which scene?
We have something going on here. We're having a conversation. Don't worry about it. Get a fucking Facebook.
There was a truck with some logs on it, and I was like,
That's the second one.
not today. Yeah. See?
Wow. Yikes.
Hey, like Slipknot, spit it out.
Captain Philip
They
Rest
fired their
assured.
drummer, right?
No, it was the penis-nosed
Guitar
well,
player?
I guess he was a percussionist.
Yeah, they
he
said,
wasn't
they
the
said
drummer.
percussionist, yeah.
Yeah, their drummer already left a long time ago.
How do you rate this?
I couldn't wear a mask all day, every day. Couldn't do it. I'll tell you what. Carol Channing, stay on Broadway. This show was put together to highlight your physical comedy, your ability to dance, and it should have been a variety show. It should have been a variety show. I think this would have gotten a lot higher score if it would have. Because what are you going to do? What are you going to do every single week? She's just going to be a bumbling idiot?
You can't showcase all of her abilities in a program like this every
Over and
week.
over and over again. I'm giving it a 3.
And Sonny and Cher was a very successful variety show.
It was
in the
very
70s.
successful.
Very successful.
Very successful to be successful.
There he goes again.
I'm struggling.
It truly is hacking season.
Hackett season.
Brian Hackett season. I agree with you, Blake. I'm going to give this a 3 as well. There is a lot of good potential here. I think she could work on a sitcom, but this one was way too long.
She's very Broadway. She's very loud. She's very she articulates. I mean, it's just she's
more the wacky best friend than the leading lady.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I could see this
She's
as a
the
sitcom.
Phoebe of
the Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, no, not at all. I would not have masturbated to ridiculous amounts to Carol
Ridiculous
Channing,
amounts.
Carol Channing on pause on my Fast Times at Ridgemont High VHS.
She was
coming out of the pool.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think I'm talking about when she's working at the pizza place?
Hey.
No. I mean, I love pizza, but
Again, Couch Pods brought to you by Little Caesars.
Great product. Great product. I could see this working as a sitcom. I think it would be better as a variety show. It was too long. There were scenes that were drawn out and unnecessary. But I think
Do you
she's
think
got the
that?
goods.
Do you think the whole missing each other, cut it down to like cut 2 minutes off of it? It still is funny. I think it went a little too long.
went too long.
Yeah,
Went too long.
they could have.
The coffee part was unnecessary. The joke was that they were missing each other. You didn't have to add the coffee because we were seeing it happen.
Some of it was stretched out a little too much there. Absolutely. Yeah, they could have cut that down a little bit and still been as funny. It was too long. It was too long to be what it was. Make it a little longer in a variety show. Cut it in half. Be a comedic sitcom. That'd be great. I give it a 3. Blake, you give it a 3.
Sorry,
and,
guys.
And Dustin, you give it a 4.
okay.
You never have to apologize here on Couch Pilots for your score. And with those scores, we do close the book on the Carol Channing show, and we will never mention it again.
I will, but not on this show.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, don't mention it on this show, please.
Right.
But join us next time, won't you, when we watch the pilot episode of Blood Ties.
Ooh.
Here's a little something to wet your whistle. Features the exploits of the Carpathian American Society in Long Beach. They're just like any other expatriate organization. They enjoy family get-togethers and share business opportunities. There's just one minor difference. The Carpathian Americans seem to have a predilection for drinking human blood.
Oh, that's not what I thought this show was going to be about at all. I was picturing the Keaton family, but in a horror setting.
What would you do, baby?
Without blood,
Sha-na-na-na. You can find the entire episode of Blood Ties by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube, Dustin.
I know what to do, Tube.
Very good. I think more and more people are they instinctually know what to do to.
Where is the DoTube in here?
It's
Blake?
It's up on the.
Oh, I see
There's
it.
a couple of them. There's the original, and then there's the Adam Z version.
The golden Adam Z version, yeah. What a delight. Go to couchpilotspodcast.com. There you can contact us through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, through our email, couchpilotspodcast.
Instagram.
Say it. Let's hear it.
Instagram. That's the best I could do.
It's not bad. I like it.
You didn't cough in the middle of it, so
That's a win.
I'm getting better.
Was that Carmela or what?
Huh?
What was her name again?
Carmela
Fettuccine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Jason, so good to see you.
I'm
How
not
are
the only
you
one being
doing?
seanced.
You drink Mountain Dew, don't you?
Huh?
Don't you drink Mountain Dew and smoke Pall Malls?
Yeah.
Carmela.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that writes itself.
It does. Call us at 910-PILOTS-1.
Do it.
910-745-6871. Our hotline has not been blinging, really.
No, it hasn't blinged in a long time.
Yeah.
I thought it was broke again.
I think the last person to call us was
call
Lori
it.
Garcia, right?
Yeah,
It's
we
been
used
like
to have a lot
month.
of people who would just call and just do it.
Please call us.
It's free. Call us anytime you want.
We got a Patreon set up, right, Blake?
Patreon.com/couchpilots.
Give us your money.
Yeah.
What do you get?
We've got 4 different tiers.
Hot nudes. You can get some hot
Oh,
nudes.
snap.
Yeah, there's some hot nudes for the $1,000 guys.
Yeah, get those hot nudes.
I said $1,000 guys.
Sure, yeah.
You want to give Dustin some time to plug real quick?
You want to do? Okay, yeah. Let's
I
do
think
it.
I've dropped at least one.
We only got about 45 minutes left.
Maybe 2 shows since last time I was on. Of course, if you want to hear Jason and I talk once a month about Ernest and not be brought to you by Little Caesars, you can listen to The Importance of Seeing Ernest on the 15th of every month. And we just recently celebrated our 1-year anniversary for that show. Hoover had a kid. So he's on maternity leave.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the Louisiana Gas Company.
Sure.
And Jason and I have a couple guest hosts on for the last couple episodes. It's been a lot of fun. And
Actually, about a week ago, we released that episode
Yeah.
with one of the hosts of Ernest Goes to Podcast,
yeah,
Erin.
And
She
then
was delightful.
The next month we have her co-host Dave.
Yep.
Joining us live.
Yeah. Are we recording at Adam Z's?
We are.
Low Blow Studios?
Yep.
Okay.
We're taking the show on the road.
Yeah.
Baby.
What's the chances of that coming out?
He'll lose the episode.
He said to leave my equipment at home. I'm gonna bring myself.
I think you probably should.
Whenever you're in Adam Z's house, you need a backup.
Yeah. Just to be on the safe side. Well, that'll be fun. So there's that, and
Dishing Disney, which comes out on Thursdays. That is a podcast where me and my lovely girlfriend Brianna, we watch Disney movies and review them in a not so family friendly way, much like the Ernest Show, but not quite as profane. But still pretty profane. I mean, we talked.
Yeah.
I literally worked in an audio clip of a woman orgasming in the last episode.
Oh yeah, that Guns N' Roses song.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Did you
in an episode about Dumbo, you could hear a woman coming.
Dumbo is probably the
Yeah.
parody of that. Did you see Dumbo, the new one?
We did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's a Tim Burton Disney movie, so I went in with low expectations, but it's worth seeing. You can wait for video.
Is that the first episode of Couch Pilots you did? Was that Hansel and Gretel?
Yes, Hansel and
that
Gretel.
was
That
Disney
was
Hansel
weird.
and Gretel by Tim Burton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was something.
I saw Dumbo. I love the art design. So that stinks of Burton all over the place. So that
Yeah.
was great, but everything, the story was like, eh.
Michael Buffer. That was a weird
Let's get
cameo.
ready for Dumbo.
Let's get ready for Dumbo. I'm like, really? That's fucking
It's not
cheesy.
necessary. Yeah.
And then on Wednesdays, Drunk at the Movies is on the Drunken Lullabies feed if you subscribed to that a long, long time ago. My co-host Seth and I, we watch movies. We do our own drunken movie commentaries. Field of Dreams was our most recent episode for baseball season. And this month, it is Guilty Pleasures.
So you guys have been doing themes.
Yeah, this month, Guilty Pleasures, we're watching Richard Pryor and Scott Schwartz and Jackie Gleason in the mildly racist movie The Toy.
Mildly.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jackie Gleason buys a black man
Yeah, I
to
remember
be
that movie.
his son's
I think I've
toy.
seen that movie.
And then following that, the George Lucas, much maligned Marvel comic movie Howard the Duck, starring Jeffrey Jones, Tim Robbins, and a very attractive and likely to fuck a duck, Leah Thompson.
That's the only movie, to my knowledge, that has
Duck boobs.
duck boobs. That's right.
You know what? May have made it move as a kid. I was
Really?
I don't know. It was weird. I was like, I think I'm supposed to like that, but I'm not supposed to. I was confusing.
Can you
I was like
imagine
6.
being the guy in the prop department, the tasked with making nipples for a duck?
Yeah. To be young again.
Yeah.
I think it just moved for you.
But aside from Leah Thompson, best boobs in the movie.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So
Okay.
you can hear all about us talking about those boobs later this month.
A lot of good shows, a lot of content. You can 3 days a
Lot of
week.
tent.
3 days a week, you got stuff coming out.
Yeah. Well,
Movie.
1
movies.
week a month. 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes.
It's fine.
Semantics.
You can get your Dustin fill for sure. Blake, do you have a message of positivity?
Yeah, I do. We need water to survive. We need to drink water every day. We need water to make things grow. And I need to remember that right now.
Yeah.
We are water.
But don't call me water.
Don't call me water.
I don't think I have very much water in my body.
How much?
I have a new rule coming up here soon.
New rule?
New rule starting Sunday.
New name.
What's the new rule?
1 beer, 1 water. 1 beer, 1 water.
So as many ounces of water as beer? Okay.
None of that cheating bullshit.
Oh, see, I'm doing 1 mile, 1 beer. Jason, are you doing a similar thing?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No, not at all. Can you just pour beer and water in the same glass and drink it all together?
You probably could.
Well, I mean, you're drinking Miller Lite, so I mean, it's let's be
Well,
honest.
yeah, but yeah.
It's like having sex in a canoe. It's fucking near water. Oh,
Is that a Dice reference?
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't think he told that joke, but that was me telling the joke as Andrew Dice Clay.
What do we say at the end of the show?
This pilot may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight. Thanks for joining, everybody. Goodbye.
Little Caesars.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.